How does comic book collecting relate to nostalgia? Have you ever wondered how comic book collecting connects to nostalgia? For many who grew up in the 1950s, comic books were a huge part of childhood. During this decade, they were not just entertainment, they were a cultural phenomenon. Almost every child in upper elementary and high school read comics regularly, and even adults found joy in them. The stories and artwork became woven into the fabric of daily life, creating lasting memories. When people collect comics today, they often find themselves transported back to their childhood. For those who experienced the 1950s, seeing an old comic book can spark memories of excitement, friendships, and the wonder those stories brought. This emotional connection makes comic book collecting more than just a hobby. It becomes a way to reconnect with the past. Nostalgia plays a significant role in comic book collecting. As collectors grow older, they often seek out the comics they loved as kids. This desire to revisit childhood favorites drives interest and demand for older issues. In the 1970s, many adults who had set aside their comics as children began searching for them again. They were motivated by a longing for the stories and characters that shaped their youth. This cycle continues today, with each generation finding new meaning in the comics they cherished. Collecting comics from the 1950s allows individuals to preserve a piece of their personal history. These comics act as time capsules, capturing the styles, values, and concerns of that era. For those who grew up during this time, holding a comic from their childhood can evoke powerful memories of what life was like and what mattered to them. Terms like Golden Age refer to the period from the late 1930s to the mid-1950s, when superhero comics first gained popularity. Collectors often focus on this era because it marks the beginning of many iconic stories. The nostalgia for this period is strong, as it represents the start of a cultural movement that shaped childhoods and continues to influence popular culture. In the context of 1950s nostalgia, comic book collecting is about more than just owning rare items. It is about reliving the joy and innocence of childhood, sharing stories with new generations, and keeping alive the memories of a formative decade. This connection between collecting and nostalgia explains why so many people are drawn to comic books and why the hobby remains popular among those who fondly remember the 1950s.